Hello, my dear students. I'm so happy to speak with you today about something that can really change your life. Today, we'll talk about studying English. You might already know some English, or maybe you're just starting out. But no matter where you are on your learning path, keep in mind that learning English is not just about learning a language, it's about opening up new opportunities. English is one of the most important languages today. Why? Let me explain a few reasons. First, English is spoken in many countries around the world. You can go to places like the United States, the United Kingdom, Australia, and Canada, or even to countries where English is not the main language, and you'll find people who speak it. Isn't that amazing? Wherever you are, knowing English will help you communicate with others, whether it's at the airport, in a hotel, or meeting people from different cultures. But English is not just important for travel. Think about your work. Today, many companies are looking for people who can speak English. Why? Because English is the language of international business. If you want to work for a company that works with people from other countries, or if you plan to study abroad, English is the key. It helps you understand others and express yourself clearly. Maybe you dream of studying in an English-speaking country, or you want to take an online course from a university far away. English makes that possible too. Many of the best courses, especially those online, are in English. Once you know English, learning other things becomes easier. From technology to science, from art to history, there is so much knowledge available in English. But let's not forget the fun part. English is also the language of entertainment. Do you love watching movies? Think about all the amazing movies made in Hollywood. When you know English, you can watch them without needing subtitles. Or maybe you enjoy listening to music. So many famous songs are in English, and understanding the lyrics makes them even better. It's like opening a door to a whole new experience. Even video games, books, TV shows, and social media become more enjoyable. There's so much more to discover when you speak English. So, you see, learning English can really make a difference in your life. It helps you connect with others, learn new things, and experience the world in a new way. Whether you want to travel, get a good job, or enjoy your favorite TV show without subtitles, English will help you do all of that and more. Now, you might be thinking, how can I get better at English? It seems so hard. Don't worry, I'm here to help you with that. Today, we'll look at some simple ways to improve your English little by little. No matter where you are in your learning, you can get better every day if you follow the right steps. In the next part of this journey, I'll share easy tips to make learning English more fun and less difficult. So, are you ready to begin? Let's start this exciting journey together, and remember, learning a language is like planting a tree. It takes time, but with care, it will grow strong and beautiful. Why is learning English so important? Before we talk about how to learn English, let's take a moment to understand why it's so important. You've probably heard that English is a global language and that it's needed for success in many parts of life. But let's dig a little deeper into this idea. First, did you know that English is spoken in more than 100 countries around the world? Whether you're in Europe, Asia, Africa, or the Americas, you're likely to meet someone who speaks English. It's not just the official language of countries like the United States, the United Kingdom, Australia, and Canada. It's also widely spoken in countries where it's not the first language. In countries like India, Germany, Japan, or Brazil, English is often used for business, travel, and education. Imagine being able to talk with people from all these different countries, even if you don't speak their main language. English becomes the link that connects you to the world. Learning English opens doors. Let's begin with something as simple as traveling. Imagine yourself in a new country. You're at the airport or train station, and all the signs are written in English. The announcements you hear are in English, and the people at the help desk speak English too. When you know English, you don't need to worry about getting confused or not understanding directions. You can easily ask for help, buy tickets, check into hotels, and even talk to locals. Traveling becomes much easier and more fun when you can understand what's happening around you and communicate easily with people. English in your work life. Now, let's consider how English can benefit you in your professional life. Today, we live in a world where businesses are more connected than ever. Many companies, even in countries where English is not the main language, use English to talk to international partners, clients, or customers. If you know English, you have a big advantage in the job market. It can help you get promoted, find a job in a global company, or even work abroad. Employers love hiring people who can communicate well in English because it shows that you can handle international business. Knowing English opens up opportunities for better jobs, higher salaries, and career progress. But the benefits don't stop there. Learning English gives you the chance to access a huge amount of information that might not be available in your own language. Think about the books you want to read, the movies you want to watch, or the songs you enjoy. So many of the world's most famous books, films, and songs are in English. If you know English, you don't need to rely on translations or subtitles. You can enjoy them in their original form and understand them the way they were created. Reading a book or watching a movie in its original language is much more rewarding than using a translation. For example, many of the world's top movies are made in Hollywood, where English is the main language. When you learn English, you can watch these films and understand the conversations, jokes, and cultural references without waiting for a translated version. You can laugh with the characters, cry with them, and truly feel the story. The same applies to music. So many of the most popular songs are in English. When you know the language, you can sing along and really appreciate the meaning behind the lyrics. Access to books and reading. And don't forget about books. If you love to read, learning English opens up a world of books from everywhere. Whether it's classic literature, modern stories, or nonfiction, you'll discover a huge collection of knowledge in English. Writers like William Shakespeare, J.K. Rowling, and George Orwell created their famous works in English. When you read them in their original form, you experience their creativity and style fully. But it's not only about well-known authors. English also gives you access to educational materials. Many scientific studies, research papers, and university classes are written in English. If you want to learn about the latest in technology, medicine, or even art, knowing English will give you the knowledge you're looking for. Now think about your social life. Do you enjoy meeting new people? With English, you can make friends from anywhere. Imagine talking with someone from Japan, Brazil, or France, all in English. you'll learn about different cultures, share your experiences, and create friendships that go beyond borders. English connects people from all over the world, helping you grow your social network in ways you might never have imagined. With social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, all commonly used in English, you can follow influencers, read posts, and comment in English, joining global discussions with others. So, as you can see, there are countless reasons to learn English, whether it's for your career, traveling, learning, enjoying entertainment, or simply connecting with others. English is the key to all these possibilities. The world is more connected than ever, and learning English helps you be part of that global community. It gives you the chance to understand others and express yourself clearly, no matter where you are. Now that we've talked about why learning English is so important, you might wonder, how do I actually learn English? Where do I start, and what's the best way to improve? Don't worry, I'm here to help. There are many ways to learn English, and I'm going to share with you some of the best tips. These tips will help you start off strong and keep improving every day. Whether you're just beginning or already know some English, these tips will make your learning journey easier and more enjoyable. Are you ready? Let's move on to the first tip, and I promise that learning English will become not only easier but also a lot more fun. Tip 1. Start with easy words. When you first start learning English, the most important thing is to build your vocabulary with simple words. You might be thinking, but there are so many words in English. Where do I even begin? Don't worry, my dear students, the best way to start learning any language, including English, is by focusing on the things that are most familiar to you, things you see, use, or talk about every day. For example, think about things in your house. Every day you use items like a chair, a table, or a cup. These are things you see all the time. Learning the English words for these objects is a great way to start. So, the next time you sit at your table for breakfast, say to yourself, "This is a table." When you drink from your cup, think, "I am using a cup." As you practice this each day, you'll start remembering these words easily because they are part of your routine. The more you say them, the more they'll stick in your memory. You can also start learning words for things outside your home. For example, when you go outside, think about the trees, cars, or buildings you see. Learn these words one at a time. Little by little, you'll have a list of simple words that you use in daily life. Every time you see these objects, try to remember the English word for them. It's like creating a map of English words around you. Actions are the things you do every day, like walk, eat, sleep, or read. Just like with objects, try to connect the action with its English word. When you walk to the store, say to yourself, "I am walking." When you sit down to eat dinner, think, "I am eating." By linking these simple actions to their English words, you'll start to feel more comfortable using the language. Now, let's talk about simple expressions. In every language, we use expressions to greet others, ask for things, and be polite. English is no exception. Start by learning common phrases like hello, how are you, or thank you. These are phrases you can use every day. When you greet someone, try saying hello instead of using your native language. When someone helps you, practice saying thank you. These expressions might seem very simple, but they are powerful because they allow you to communicate from the start. Don't worry if you make mistakes or feel shy at first. It's all part of the learning process. Remember, learning a language is like building a house. You need a strong foundation, and in this case, your foundation is simple vocabulary. Every word you learn is like adding a brick to your house. It may feel slow at the beginning, but with each new word, your house will grow. Soon, you'll have enough words to start making sentences, and then, before you know it, you'll be having real conversations. One more important tip: don't try to learn too many words at once. It's tempting to want to memorize hundreds of words in one day, but that can be overwhelming. Instead, focus on learning just a few words each day, maybe 5 or 10. Write them down, use them in sentences, and practice saying them out loud. The key is to use the words you learn so that they become part of your daily language. Little by little, these words will become a natural part of how you think and speak. Another fun way to learn simple vocabulary is by using flashcards. You can write the English word on one side and a picture or translation in your native language on the other side. Look at the cards daily and quiz yourself. This is a great way to remember new words, and you can carry the flashcards wherever you go. Whenever you have a few minutes, like while waiting for the bus or during a break, take out your flashcards and review your vocabulary. You can also try learning with apps or games. Many language learning apps can help you practice simple words and expressions in a fun and interactive way. These apps often include pictures, sounds, and quizzes, which make learning more fun. They also let you practice at your own speed, so you can go as fast or slow as you like. Games are another excellent way to learn without even realizing it. Word games, crossword puzzles, or matching games can help reinforce the vocabulary you're learning. Finally, don't forget to listen and repeat. One of the best ways to learn new words is to hear them in context. Listen to simple conversations in English, whether in movies, videos, or podcasts. When you hear a new word, repeat it out loud. You can even watch children's shows in English. These are great because they use simple language and are easy to follow. Listening to how native speakers say the words will help with pronunciation, and repeating them will help your brain remember them. So, my dear students, remember this: start small. Begin with simple words, words that are part of your daily routine. Learn them, use them, and practice speaking them out loud. As you grow your vocabulary, you're also building your confidence. Every new word is a step forward in your English journey, bringing you closer to your goals. Tip 2. Speak every day. When you're learning English, one of the best ways to get better is to speak every day. It might seem intimidating at first, but trust me, the more you practice, the easier and more confident you'll become. Start by saying a few simple sentences aloud. For example, you could say, "I am happy" or "I like apples." These simple phrases will help you get comfortable speaking in English. You can also practice by talking with your friends or family in English. It doesn't matter if they're not native speakers. The important thing is to use the language. You could ask them simple questions like, "How are you today?" or "What did you do yesterday?" The more you speak, the easier it will feel. Here's a fun tip. If you don't have anyone to talk to yourself. Yes, I know it sounds a bit strange, but it works wonders. When you're alone at home or walking down the street, just start speaking English to yourself. You can describe what you're doing, like "I'm going to the store" or "It's a beautiful day." This will help you practice without any pressure. Another excellent way to improve is by listening to how native speakers talk, watch shows, movies, or listen to English songs. Pay attention to pronunciation. Try repeating what they say and imitate their accent. This will help you sound more natural when speaking. Remember, the key is to practice daily, even if it's just for a few minutes. Speaking English is like learning to ride a bike. The more you do it, the easier it gets. So don't be shy, and don't worry about making mistakes. Every time you speak, you are improving, and that's what matters most. Tip 3. Use English in your everyday life. One of the fastest ways to improve your English is by using it in your daily routine. Start small and include English in your activities. For example, if you like reading books in your native language, try reading a few pages in English as well. You don't need to understand everything at first. Just focus on learning new words and phrases. Over time, your skills will improve. When you're out and about, look at the signs on the street or in stores. Try reading them in English. This helps you connect words with real-world objects and places, making them easier to remember. You can also switch your phone or social media apps to English. Since you're already familiar with your phone, this will help you pick up new words without feeling overwhelmed. Another great idea is to watch TV shows or movies in English. Turn on subtitles to help you understand what's being said. You'll hear how words are pronounced and see how sentences are structured. Whether it's a YouTube video or your favorite film, it's a fun and relaxing way to practice English. You'll be surprised at how much English you can pick up just by living your daily life. The secret is to make English a regular part of your routine. Tip 4. Don't fear mistakes. It's perfectly fine to make mistakes. Mistakes are one of the best ways to learn. Many learners worry about saying something wrong or making errors, but trust me, each mistake is a step toward improvement. When you make a mistake, don't feel discouraged. View it as an opportunity to learn. The more you practice, the fewer errors you'll make. Whether you're speaking to someone or writing a sentence, don't hold back because you're worried about making a mistake. Even native speakers make errors sometimes. What matters is that you keep trying. The more you practice speaking and writing, the more confident you'll feel. It's normal to feel anxious at first. But remember, no one learns without making mistakes. The key to progress is to keep going, no matter how many times you stumble. So, don't hesitate to try, because every effort brings you closer to mastering English. Tip 5. Improve your listening skills. Another crucial part of learning English is practicing your listening skills. Listening helps you understand how the language flows, how sentences are put together, and how native speakers express themselves. It's like tuning your ear to the rhythm of the language. One simple method to practice is by listening to English songs. Music is an enjoyable and relaxing way to improve your English without even realizing it. Start with slow songs with clear lyrics so it's easier to follow along. Try listening attentively to the words, and if you can, sing along. This will help both your listening and pronunciation. Another fantastic method is to listen to podcasts or audiobooks in English. There are many podcasts designed for English learners, where speakers talk slowly and use simple words. You can listen while doing other tasks, like cooking, walking, or just relaxing at home. The more you listen, the more your brain will get used to hearing English, and gradually you'll understand more. At first, it might be challenging to catch everything, and that's okay. Start with shorter podcasts or simpler songs and gradually progress to more complex content. What's important is to listen every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. This daily practice will significantly enhance your understanding of the language. Keep in mind, listening is just as vital as speaking. The more you hear how words are used in conversations, the easier it will be to understand English in real-life situations. So, make sure listening becomes a regular part of your daily routine. Tip 6. Read, read, read. One of the most effective ways to learn English is through reading. It helps you understand how words are used in sentences and exposes you to new vocabulary in a natural context. The more you read, the more comfortable you'll become with the language. When you're just starting, it's important to choose simple books or articles. There's no need to push yourself with complex novels or lengthy essays. Instead, pick materials with simple words and short sentences. For instance, children's books, beginner-level English readers, or basic news articles are fantastic starting points. As you read, pay attention to words you don't recognize. You can jot them down and look them up later. But don't worry if you don't understand everything immediately. That's completely normal. The main goal is to practice and get more at ease with English. By reading, you'll also absorb grammar without even realizing it. You'll notice sentence structures, how tenses are applied, and how words are combined. This will improve your writing and speaking skills because thinking in English will become easier. Moreover, reading can be enjoyable. You can dive into topics you're passionate about. When you're interested in the content, staying motivated becomes much easier. So, make it a habit to read every day, even if it's only for a few minutes. The more you read, the more your English will improve. It's a simple yet enjoyable way to learn and advance. Tip 7. Consistency is essential. The final and possibly most important tip I have for you is, consistency is essential. Learning a new language is like learning to play a musical instrument or perfecting a sport. Daily practice is crucial. It doesn't need to take hours. Just a few minutes each day can make a huge difference. Think of it this way. If you practice English for just 10 minutes daily, you'll see significant progress over time. These small habits will help you gain confidence and improve your skills. Maybe one day you read a short story, another day you listen to a podcast, or simply practice speaking to yourself or someone else. When you're consistent, English becomes a natural part of your daily routine, and the more you use it, the better you'll get. It's like watering a plant. A little water every day makes it grow strong and healthy. So, no matter how busy you are, try to include some English practice in your day. Over time, you'll be amazed by how much you've improved. Conclusion. So, my dear students, now you have some of the best tips to guide you in learning English. Remember, it's a journey, and every step you take brings you closer to your goal. Start with simple vocabulary to build your foundation, then practice speaking every day. Don't forget to listen to English songs or podcasts and read as much as possible. Most importantly, don't fear mistakes. They are a natural part of the process. Consistency is your best ally, so incorporate English into your daily life, even if it's just for a few minutes. With patience and dedication, you'll improve continuously. I believe in you, and you can do this. Let's learn English together and have fun while doing it. Keep going, and soon you'll be speaking English with confidence.